Hello, esteemed gentlemen. It's a mantra that Sigma males live by, but they don't follow it blindly. In a world where everyone's racing in circles, trapped in a never-ending cycle of mediocrity, Sigma males are the ones who figured out how to break free. They're not just escaping the rat race. They're outsmarting it, outmaneuvering it, and rewriting the rules as they go. These men don't follow the crowd. They chart their own course, and in doing so, they've mastered the art of calculated risk. It's not about reckless abandon. It's about knowing when to take a leap and when to hold steady, turning the odds in their favor. The question is, how do they do it? What's their secret to stepping off the hamster wheel while everyone else is still spinning? Stay tuned, because the answers will change the way you think about risk, success, and everything in between. Number 1. They master the art of delegation without losing control. Sigma males have a knack for delegation that's almost an art form. They're not just tossing tasks off their plate like it's a hot potato. They're strategically handing them over to people who can get things done, but here's the catch. They never really let go of the reins. It's like they have this invisible string attached to every task, gently pulling things back in line if they start to veer off course. They're like the mastermind behind the curtain, making sure everything runs smoothly without having to micromanage every little detail. But don't mistake this for laziness. Oh no, it's far from that. It's about efficiency, plain and simple. Sigma males understand that their time is precious, so they focus on what only they can do best and delegate the rest. It's a genius move, really. They're multiplying their productivity without burning themselves out. And because they've got that bird's eye view, they can see how each piece fits into the bigger puzzle, making sure no one drops the ball. The humor in it all? While everyone else is drowning in to-do lists and wondering where their day went, the Sigma male is already 3 steps ahead, sipping his coffee and watching the dominoes fall perfectly into place. He's the calm in the chaos, quietly pulling the strings while everyone else is still trying to figure out where they even begin. And by the time they've caught up, he's already onto the next big thing, effortlessly staying ahead of the game. It's like a magic trick, but with fewer rabbits and a lot more brains. Number 2, they're obsessed with delayed gratification, but they don't wait forever. Sigma males have mastered the fine art of delayed gratification, but don't be fooled. They're not saints. They're not out there depriving themselves for the sake of it. They're just playing the game smarter. While everyone else is grabbing the low-hanging fruit, these guys are planting seeds that'll grow into something way more impressive down the road. They get that a quick win feels good, but a big win later on, that's the real prize. They have the patience of a monk, but they're not sitting around twiddling their thumbs. They're working, planning, and putting in the effort, while the rest of the world is busy chasing instant results. It's almost like they've got this sixth sense for timing, knowing exactly when to hold back and when to make their move. And when they finally do, it's not just a move, it's a power play. The funny thing is, while everyone else is burning through their energy, cashing in on short-term rewards, the Sigma male is quietly biding his time, letting things simmer. When the moment's right, he swoops in and reaps the benefits, leaving everyone else wondering how he managed to pull it off. It's like watching someone wait patiently for the perfect wave, while others flail around in the shallows. When the wave comes, he rides it all the way to shore, smooth and effortless, while everyone else is still getting wiped out. It's not about denying themselves, it's about knowing that the real satisfaction comes from waiting for the good stuff. Sigma males aren't immune to temptation, but they've trained themselves to see the bigger picture. They're the ones with the self-discipline to pass on the small rewards because they know the payoff later will be worth every second of the wait. And when that moment comes, it's like hitting the jackpot, but with the added satisfaction of knowing they played the long game and won. Number 3, they embrace risk like an old friend, but they always know the exit. Sigma males have an almost uncanny ability to understand their own risk tolerance, and it's not something they take lightly. They're not out here throwing caution to the wind, hoping for the best. Instead, they've got this inner compass that tells them exactly how much risk they can handle without losing their cool. It's like having a built-in gauge that's finely tuned to their personal limits, and they rely on it like a trusted advisor. They don't just jump into situations blindly. They've done the math, weighed the pros and cons, and figured out how much they're willing to put on the line. And the best part? They don't let anyone else push them beyond what they're comfortable with. Sigma males know that taking on more risk than they can stomach is a fast track to disaster, and they're not about to let that happen. It's this level of self-awareness that keeps them steady, even when things get dicey. What's more intriguing is how they handle their decisions. They don't waste time second-guessing themselves or losing sleep over what-ifs. Once they've assessed a risk and decided to go for it, they're all in. It's a calculated move, not a gamble. They've already accepted the potential outcomes, so there's no room for regret if things don't pan out exactly as planned. It's this ability to own their decisions and stay cool under pressure that sets them apart from the crowd. The humor in it, while others are either paralyzed by fear or recklessly charging ahead, the Sigma male is that guy calmly navigating his way through the chaos with a knowing smirk on his face. He's not just surviving the storm, he's the one who brought an umbrella, a raincoat, and already knows where the nearest shelter is. And when the dust settles, he's often the one left standing, quietly pleased that he didn't let the situation get the better of him. Number 4, they take risks. Others fear because they've done their homework. Sigma males have a knack for taking risks that would make most people break out in a cold sweat, but they're not doing it for the thrill. They take calculated risks because they've already crunched the numbers, done their homework, and mapped out every possible outcome. They don't jump off cliffs hoping to land on something soft. They've already scoped out the landing zone and know exactly what they're getting into. What's really fascinating is how they manage to make it all look so effortless. It's not luck or some mysterious sixth sense. It's the result of meticulous planning and an unshakable confidence in their own judgment. Sigma males take risks that others wouldn't dare touch. Not because they're fearless, but because they've already made peace with the potential consequences. It's like they've got this mental checklist that they go through before making a move, and once everything lines up, they're all in. Here's where it gets interesting. They don't just play it safe and go for the obvious opportunities. No, they're the ones finding value in places others overlook. While everyone else is scrambling for the same low-hanging fruit, Sigma males are quietly going after the hidden gems. And when they do make their move, it's so smooth that it almost seems like they've got some insider knowledge. But the truth is, they've just done the work that others weren't willing to do. And let's not forget the humor in all this. While everyone else is busy clutching their pearls, worrying about what could go wrong, the Sigma male is calmly executing his plan, maybe even whistling a little tune while he's at it. He's not just surviving in high-risk situations, he's thriving. And by the time others catch on to what he's doing, he's already moved on to the next big thing, leaving them scratching their heads, wondering how he made it look so easy. Gentlemen, please take a moment to hit that subscribe button. Join our community for more insights and strategies on achieving extraordinary success. Number 5, they're deaf to short-term noise, tuned into long-term signals. Sigma males have a unique ability to tune out the noise that drives everyone else crazy. It's not that they don't hear it, they just know how to filter out the nonsense that clutters other people's minds. They've mastered the art of focusing on what really matters, and they don't get distracted by the constant barrage of opinions, trends, and drama that others can't seem to escape. While everyone else is caught up in the latest headlines or obsessing over the next big thing, Sigma males are quietly sticking to their own game plan. They're not swayed by what's popular or what others think they should be doing. It's like they've developed this mental superpower where they can see through the hype and zero in on what's actually going to make a difference in the long run. And because of that, they're not constantly chasing after every shiny object that comes along. They're staying the course, steady and sure. What's really fascinating is how calm they are in the midst of all this chaos. They're not the ones getting flustered by every little twist and turn that life throws at them. Instead, they've got this inner calm that keeps them grounded, even when everything around them seems to be going haywire. They trust their own judgment and aren't easily rattled. which makes them incredibly resilient in the face of uncertainty. The humor in it all? While everyone else is running around like their hair's on fire, reacting to every piece of news like it's the end of the world, the Sigma male is sitting back, taking it all in with a knowing smirk. He's not rushing to make decisions based on the latest trend or the loudest voice. He's waiting for the real opportunities to emerge. And when they do, he's ready to act, leaving everyone else wondering how he manages to stay so cool under pressure. It's not magic. It's just knowing how to ignore the noise and keep his eyes on the prize. Number 6, they don't play the keeping up game. They set their own standards. Sigma males couldn't care less about keeping up with the Giannis's or anyone else for that matter. While everyone else is busy trying to outdo each other with the latest gadgets, cars, or social media-worthy vacations, they're off doing their own thing, completely unfazed. It's not that they're unaware of what's trendy. They just don't see the point in playing a game they never signed up for. These guys have a laser focus on what really matters to them, and it's not about impressing others. They're not interested in flaunting status symbols or chasing after superficial success. Instead, they're investing their time, energy, and resources into things that genuinely bring them fulfillment. They understand that true wealth isn't about what you can show off. It's about what you can keep and grow over time. What's really striking is how they don't even flinch when others start showing off their new toys or talking about the next big thing. Sigma males have a kind of unshakable confidence that makes them immune to the pressures of keeping up appearances. They know that trying to match someone else's lifestyle is a fast track to misery, so they simply don't bother. They're content with what they have, and they're not looking over their shoulders to see what everyone else is doing. The funny part? While the Giannis's of the world are racking up debt trying to maintain an image, the Sigma male is quietly building real wealth and enjoying life on his own terms. He's the guy who rolls up to a gathering in his old but reliable car without a care in the world and somehow ends up being the most interesting person there. He's not trying to compete, yet somehow he always ends up ahead. It's almost as if by not caring, he ends up with everything that actually matters, and that's a game the Giannis's just can't win. Number 7. They know that greatness is a slow burn, not a flash in the pan. Sigma males understand that becoming extraordinary doesn't happen overnight. They're in it for the long game, and they know that true greatness takes time, patience, and a lot of perseverance. While everyone else is chasing after quick wins and instant gratification, Sigma males are steadily working away in the background, honing their skills, expanding their knowledge, and quietly stacking up their successes. They're like craftsmen, meticulously refining their craft, knowing that the payoff will be worth every ounce of effort. They're not in a rush because they understand the value of the process. Sigma males aren't looking for shortcuts or easy routes. They're more interested in doing things the right way, even if it takes a little longer. They know that the road to being extraordinary is paved with discipline, dedication, and sometimes a bit of drudgery. But they're more than willing to put in the work. They're not afraid to be patient, letting their success build organically rather than trying to force it. What's fascinating is that this approach sets them apart in a world that's obsessed with speed and immediate results. While everyone else is burning out from sprinting toward the next big thing, Sigma males are pacing themselves, ensuring they don't just achieve success, but sustain it over the long haul. They're not just aiming to be extraordinary for a moment, they want to be extraordinary for a lifetime. And the humor in it? While others are constantly refreshing their feeds, hoping for that one viral moment to catapult them to fame, the Sigma male is calmly playing the long game, knowing that slow and steady really does win the race. He's the guy who, years later, everyone looks at and wonders, how did he get so far ahead? But by then it's too late for them to catch up. He didn't rush to be extraordinary. He became extraordinary by not rushing. Number 8. They build their own ladders instead of climbing someone else's. Sigma males have a knack for making some people scratch their heads in confusion, especially when it comes to their distinctive habits. For starters, they've got this uncanny ability to remain completely unfazed by the usual social norms. While others are obsessing over the latest trends or fretting about the next big event, Sigma males are comfortably in their own bubble, doing their thing with zero regard for what anyone else is up to. They often prefer solitude or small, meaningful interactions over big social gatherings. For them, a crowded party is less a chance to mingle and more a test of endurance. It's not that they don't enjoy socializing, it's just that they value their own space and time to recharge. They're the type to be perfectly content spending an evening alone, diving into a book or working on a passion project, rather than forcefully mingling at an overcrowded event. Another curious habit is their preference for unconventional solutions. While everyone else is sticking to the tried and true methods, Sigma males are out there experimenting with new ideas or approaches that might seem a bit out there. This willingness to think outside the box often leads them to success, but it also leaves people scratching their heads, wondering how they came up with such creative solutions. And let's not forget their approach to personal space. Sigma males have this knack for drawing boundaries without making a big deal about it. They won't always broadcast their need for personal space, but they'll make it clear through subtle cues. It's like they have an invisible shield that keeps them from getting overwhelmed by others' demands. The humor in it all? While others are stressing over social niceties and conforming to expectations, Sigma males are out here just being themselves. And somehow, that's what makes them the most intriguing of all. They're not trying to fit in or stand out. They're just doing their own thing. And it's that unapologetic authenticity that leaves people both baffled and fascinated. In the end, Sigma males are not just escaping the rat race, they're redefining it on their own terms. They've mastered the art of playing the long game, ignoring the noise, and taking calculated risks that others shy away from. Their journey to becoming extraordinary isn't about quick wins or flashy displays of success. It's about quiet resilience, unwavering focus, and a deep understanding of what truly matters. While the world chases after fleeting trends and superficial achievements, Sigma males are building something far more enduring. They're proving that true success isn't about keeping up with anyone else. It's about staying true to yourself, no matter how long it takes to get there. And by the time everyone else realizes what's happened, the Sigma male is already miles ahead, quietly enjoying the life he's built, far from the chaos he left behind. Please share this video, gentlemen, like, subscribe, and leave your comments below. Thanks for tuning in. Take care and bye.